This, one of the architects, Jonathan Gruber, was caught on camera saying this at the University of Pennsylvania, and I put in brackets the stupidity of the American voter. Let's listen.
This bill was written in a tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes. If CBO scored the mandate as taxes, the bill dies. Okay, so it's written to do that. In terms of risk-rated subsidies, if you had a law which said healthy people are going to pay in, it made explicit that healthy people pay in and sick people get money, it would not have passed. Okay, just like the lack of transparency is a huge political advantage. And basically, call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. But basically, that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass. And, it's the second best argument. Look, I wish Mark was right. We can make it all transparent. But I'd rather have this law than not. So it's kind of like his reporter story. Yeah, there's things I wish I could change, but I'd rather have this law than not.
So he's basically saying that he didn't tell the truth when the law was passed. Neither did Democrats when they put it forward. Your reaction to that? Are you as outraged as most of America?
Well, he shouldn't. I don't know what he was talking about. I certainly don't endorse those kind of comments, but I can recall that debate. I wasn't in office, but it was a very vigorous debate. Everybody knew that there were going to be additional taxes required to support the support for premiums under the Affordable Care Act. I don't see it as any deep, dark conspiracy. There were all kinds of...
Really? He said he wasn't transparent. Senator, he said he wasn't transparent. He wasn't telling the truth.
Yeah, who was... I mean, I don't know where he was in the process. There were hundreds of people involved in that process.
He's the architect of Obamacare. He's, in fact, the one that put it together, one of them, and said, in fact, that they weren't transparent and forthcoming with the CBO, because if they were, then the American people would know that, in fact, this was going to be something that was going to tax and penalize them, and then they wouldn't go for it.
Well, wait a minute. Tax and penalize. Hold it. We've got 8 million people that have insurance now that didn't before, and don't lecture me about this, because 40 years ago, I had insurance. If I hadn't had it, it caught a cancer that saved my life. If I hadn't had insurance, I'd be dead. It has to do with the. It does. It has to do with the. It has to do with having insurance, man. If you don't have insurance, it's a high risk.
They just lied about a health plan to the American people called the stupidity of the American voter and bragged about the lack of transparency.
This is one guy. I don't know who this guy was. All I know is that it's important for people to have health insurance. And if you guys are saying people shouldn't have health insurance, I don't know where you're coming from. Are you that cruel? That is what you're saying.
Oh, my goodness.
We're not cruel. We're just looking out for the facts and the information.
Right now, through the Affordable Care Act, 7 million have insurance, many for the first time. They were expecting 13 million next year. According to the latest estimate, it looks like it's going to be less than that. Senator, I did want to ask you about one of the things you said yesterday, and that you said that one of the messages of the midterms was that the Democrat Party has become the party of government itself. What do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean is I think the Democrats too often look for governmental solutions and feel that every problem has to have a governmental solution, and particularly a governmental solution from Washington. The other side of that, of course, is that the Republican parties become the party of starved government, and sometimes you got to find a way in between. We're not even filling our potholes now. The highway fund is broke. And that's just not responsible. So it's got to work both ways. I think the Democrats are too often ready to have a governmental solution. I think the Republicans are too often ready to say, well, we don't need government, it's not important. The truth is, we've got to find the right balance, and that's what I'm trying to do. And there are people here in Congress who want to do that.
He is the independent senator from the great state of Maine. Senator King, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. Always a pleasure, guys.
All right.